Do you see these two right here? I don't care what their names are, because to me, they're dumb and dumber. What they did a year ago wasn't just a bad move. It was basketball blasphemy, a crime against the game itself. What makes this situation hilarious, though, is that these guys must be embarrassed beyond belief right now, because everything they did just completely blew up in their faces.
So this was a decision about the future. If you look at our roster today and who we have, we feel like we position ourselves to be incredibly competitive against the best teams in the NBA.
When you look at the aftermath of the Luka trade scam, not a single thing has gone right for Dallas. Not one.
And we're excited to go. We feel like we're built to win now as well as in the future.
The basketball gods must have been watching closely, because this level of karma, even Hollywood couldn't have scripted it better. Reaching the NBA Finals isn't easy. Out of 30 teams in the league today and nearly 80 years of history, there are still 5 franchises that have never reached that mountaintop. Think about that for a second. Reaching the NBA Finals is not easy. I mean, Steve Ballmer, the owner of the Los Angeles Clippers, is literally one of the richest men on earth. His net worth is higher than every other NBA owner combined, and that's not a hyperbole. He's done everything in his power to help his team win. The man has broken the very rules of the salary cap, broken the rules of fairness, slipped players side money to get them on board, and who knows what other strings he pulled behind the scenes. Honestly though, I don't blame him. If I had $100 billion in my back pocket, I'd probably do that too. But the point is, even with all that, his team still couldn't make it to the finals. That's how hard it is. But yet, in 2024, Luka Doncic did it. Luka isn't just good, he's different. As a lifelong NBA fan, I've seen countless so-called superstars come and go. Most, however, are just really, really good basketball players. But there's a tier above that. The ones who live for the big moments and deliver when it matters most. The pressure doesn't shake them, it fuels them. They don't just show up, they take over. And Luka's one of them. Like, everybody's been hyping up Anthony Edwards these past few years, myself included, calling him the next Jordan, baby Jordan, saying he's next up. But then Luka Doncic went into the playoffs and shattered that narrative. He took the Jordan right out of Edwards' name. Now, don't get it twisted. This isn't a knock on Ant. This is just a testament to how special Luka is. Sure, he's not perfect. His defense could be better. Mavs fans probably wished he was in better shape. But come on. At just 25 years old, not even in his prime yet, the man brought you to the mountaintop. As the GM and owner of that team, you should have been jumping for joy. You had a generational superstar ready to dominate the league for the next decade. This was your chance to build a dynasty. But instead, they turned into Dumb and Dumber and did the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
So the easiest thing for me to do is do nothing, and everyone would praise me for doing nothing. But we really believe in it, and time will tell if I'm right.
To make it worse, they tried to save face by launching a smear campaign. Like, can you believe this guy had the nerve to call Luka lazy? But anyway, we all knew something felt off. There had to be a reason behind the trade, something deeper going on behind the scenes. Some people thought it was a setup, a way to tank the franchise, burn it to the ground, then move to Vegas. But a few months later, we found out what they were really after.
Congratulations to the Dallas Mavericks for winning the first pick in the 2025 NBA Draft.
Look, I don't know how they pulled it off, but that NBA Draft lottery was rigged. Sorry, but I'm not buying it. Some people will say, but it was televised, live. Yeah, and so is WWE. I mean, you're telling me they made that trade, which made 0 sense, and then just happened to land the #1 pick with 1.8% odds? No. Come on. You'd have to be a straight-up airhead to believe that was just a coincidence. I'm sure Kash Patel would agree with me on this. But if you really think the NBA doesn't cheat, man, just open your eyes. There's literally an ex-NBA player on YouTube talking to former referees, breaking down how refs manipulate games behind the scenes. We've also had players betting against themselves, caught on record by the FBI. But when the NBA investigated, they found no wrongdoing. So if you still think Mr. Silver here can't rig a ping pong ball show, I don't even know what to tell you. Because at the end of the day, Cooper Flagg was the prize. This was a 2-for-1 swap, behind closed doors. Give up Luka, get Flagg and AD. That was the plan. That's what these two cooked up behind closed doors, with Adam Silver right there in the room. They'll deny it until the end of time, but that's exactly what happened.
Defense wins championships, and we're bringing in one of the best two-way players in the league.
Defense wins championships, he said. Sounds good on a t-shirt, and sure, there's truth to that, but here's where things get good. Let's start with Anthony Davis. Now, don't get me wrong. I've got nothing against Anthony Davis. He's a great player, a solid guy, but at the end of the day, facts are facts. The man's NBA career is likely done. I mean, 32 going on 33 with an Achilles injury as a big man? And honestly, is anyone shocked? I mean, for the past 5 years or so, the whole league's been calling him Man of Glass, and he's done nothing but live up to it. He was injured before the trade, got injured immediately after the trade, and when he finally got healthy again, after a full offseason to get healthy, boom, injured again. Meanwhile, Cooper Flagg, as of today, is still just 18 years old. 18 years old. He's a puppy in a league full of wolves. The kid came in with crazy hype. And to be fair, maybe he'll live up to it one day. And when I say one day, I mean like 2032, when he's near entering his prime. But right now, after 7 games, I get it. It's a terribly small sample, but so far, he hasn't looked like the generational talent everyone said he'd be. Look, I'm not saying Cooper Flagg won't be good. I'm not calling him a bust like Zion or Ben Simmons. It's unfair to say that about an 18-year-old who's not only wise beyond his age, but also puts in the work every single day. But so far, he hasn't exactly looked like the guy who's going to bring Dallas a championship anytime soon.
We feel like we're built to win now as well as in the future.
We feel like we're built to win now as well as in the future? Man, that's one of the funniest things I've ever heard in my life. I mean, just 2 years ago, the Mavericks were on top of the world, and now, look at them. This list might change by the time this video drops, but the Mavericks, they're literally dead last in the West. Dead last. They're behind the Pelicans, a team led by Zion Williamson and Jordan Poole, 2 of the most clowned players in the entire league. The Mavericks are awful.
If you're a fan of basketball, I'll just throw that out there, you have Kyrie Irving, Klay Thompson, PJ Washington, Anthony Davis, and either Daniel Gafford or Derek Lively as your starting 5. That's going to put fear into a lot of teams in the league.
Oh my goodness. I'm telling you right now, nobody is scared of the Dallas Mavericks. Kyrie's injured, AD's injured, and Klay Thompson, well, benched. I can't even imagine what that locker room looks like right now, because it can't be good.
One more thing. Jason Kidd said the boat is not burning. This one we're watching right now?
Here's the truth. The Mavericks are not making the playoffs this year, or next year, or the year after that. At this rate, 5 years from now, their ceiling is a second-round exit, and even that might be a generous estimate. So yeah, they didn't just burn the present. They set their future on fire. Currently, their only hope is to tear everything down and rebuild from the ground up around Cooper Flagg. And then after that, they gotta get on their knees and pray, actually pray, with 2 hands clasped together, that Cooper turns into the superstar they're betting everything on, that he turns into a better player than Luka Doncic. And speaking of, Luka Doncic is averaging a near 40-point triple-double as of today. The man is torching teams, setting them on fire. Yeah, it's a small sample size, but come on. This is the classic Mavericks Luka, still dominating at will, still playing chess, while everyone else is playing checkers. The man has got the Lakers at the 2nd seed in the West currently, and is still unbeaten against the alien in the league. Luka is a walking highlight reel, box office, slices through defenses like a Swiss Army knife through warm cheese. And right now, he's putting up more points and assists than Anthony Davis and Cooper Flagg combined. This is the player they gave up, all for some delusional fantasy they cooked up. And honestly, at this point, there might be more to it than just Cooper Flagg. Maybe they are trying to move the team to Vegas, because let's be honest, it's unfolding exactly how people predicted. Losing games, collapsing roster, and a franchise that suddenly looks forced to sell. But hey, if this scam trade wasn't a disaster before, it is now. This thing didn't just backfire, it exploded. These two guys should be embarrassed. I mean, they scammed their city out of a superstar. Then they had the audacity to raise ticket prices? Unbelievable. I literally can't believe this Dallas Mavericks team went from this to this because of these two guys. But if there's one takeaway from all of this, it's simple. Don't be dumb and don't be dumber. When you've got something great in life, hold on to it. It might not be perfect, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it.